Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, ladies, it is October, which means amongst all of the fall colors, you're probably seeing a lot of this, a lot of pink being worn, right?
It looks good.
Absolutely. You wear it well, Quincy. And of course, pink is in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which draws our attention to this terrible disease that continues to impact 1 in 8 American women. Jenean LaCorte has a passion for art and helping others, and she has found a way to help some breast cancer survivors. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you for having me.
So, you launched Restorative Tattoo. Tell us all about it.
So Restorative Tattoos is not your average tattoo shop. I specialize in only doing 3D nipple tattoos for people who have gone through mastectomy and scar camouflage, which is basically tattooing skin tone into your scars so that you camouflage it from view. The scar is still there, but you don't see it.
Wow. So kind of, can you walk us through the process on how that works?
Sure. So someone would contact me. Most people either hear from me from doctor referral, word of mouth. But the breast cancer community is a small community, as large as it is. So word of mouth tends to carry a lot. But so someone would contact me, tell me what their needs are. We would come in for a consultation. During the consultation, I'd go over what their specific needs are, whether it be 3D nipple tattoo, scar camouflage, or a combination of both. And what I do for that is we figure out size, placement, if we're talking about areola tattoo, and I help them pick the color and the placement, and I try to give them choices because cancer really doesn't. And then I add in all the shadow and highlight to truly make it as realistic as I possibly can.
Wow.
This is really life-changing for a lot of people who probably thought they couldn't have something like that again. What inspired you to start this?
Well, what inspired me was my brother-in-law's sister. We've been close friends for many years, and she was diagnosed in her late 20s. And as she was going through the various steps of breast cancer, when it got time for her to look into nipple tattoos, I was very intrigued because I'd never really known about it or heard about it or even really known that there was a need. But as she was telling me about it, she was telling me how hard it was for her to find someone who could actually make a tattoo that looked realistic. And I've been a lifelong artist, professional artist for over 20 years. And hearing that, I said, oh, maybe she's just not looking in the right places. So I started researching it myself, and she was right. There was a lot of bad work out there. So I said, well, this is just going to be me learning a new tool. Wow. I'm going to do this because people deserve better.
Absolutely.
So I found an institute that was run out of Penn Medicine. It's called the Sauer Institute, and took classes there and trained and opened up shop. And I have been loving it ever since.
Oh,
What amazingly rewarding work that you're doing here. Is restorative tattoo only for breast cancer patients, or who else can benefit from what you do?
Strictly speaking about the areola or nipple tattoos, you can also, that also appeals to not only women going through breast cancer, but also men. Oftentimes we don't think of men when we think of breast cancer, but it is something out there, and it is something that is rising. But there's also the trans community. Sometimes when you're making that transition, you might need more womanly nipples, or maybe you need them to look more like a man's. And I can help in that aspect as well. But then also with scar camouflage, I'm able to help anyone with a scar. So it can be from surgery, it can be from an accident, burns. I've been able to help a handful of women with self-harming scars. That's also been very rewarding. But yeah, anything that leads to a scar, as long as it's gone lighter in color, I can usually help them out.
oh my gosh. Never even thought of all of this. And how are your tattoos impacting the lives of your clients? I mean, I'm sure you've heard from them after the fact.
Oh yeah, it's life-changing. You know, women especially tell themselves they don't need something. It would be vain if I wanted that or to make that change. But I mean, literally missing a nipple, I mean, that's part of your anatomy, that's part of your body, and it's not vain to want that. So for so long, they've kind of put themselves in a place where they say they don't need something, and yet it affects every part of their day. I mean, what's the first thing you see when you get up in the morning? It's your body. You're getting dressed. And so the first thing in their mind is, I've had cancer and this is something I'm living with. So if I can give them a realistic looking tattoo where it fools the mind for just even 5 minutes that morning, then I've done my work, you know, because it's something else that reminds them that they've had cancer. And then when you're talking scar camouflage, I mean, if you've got a big burn scar, you know, somebody always asks, what happened to you? Well, not every story that leads to a scar is one that you want to repeat. Same with self-harming scars. So you can really get a boost to confidence and self-esteem and moving back on there with your day and feeling more whole and regular again.
Wow.
Absolutely. So how can people help with your cause here?
Well, one of the ways that people can help this month is there's this great company called Desert Harvest, and they make this product, which I was already using before this, called Relivium. And Relivium is it's an aloe-based product that's got lidocaine in it, is also to help relieve pain. But anyone who buys that product this month, they're donating 25% of their sales to help me cover the cost of patients who can't afford nipple tattoos or scar camouflage.
Wow. You're just doing such incredible work.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you joining us today. You really are making miracles happen.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And before we go, by the way, where are you located?
I'm located in Hampstead, North Carolina. It's right here on the coast. So if you have to travel, you can see the beach. But it's a great community, and I just hope to help as many people as I can.
Amazing. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, Cheryl, that's just, I think especially as a woman, it's just touching to know that someone's out there doing that and making those people's lives better, just a little bit better. So
those little changes do so much for confidence.
Absolutely. So stick with us though. You know that here on Main Street Living, we're not really into labels, but we're kind of into this next one.